Okay, let's get into this. We're doing a deep dive into a case that, on the surface, looked like a romance scam.
Right, but it was so much more. This was basically an enterprise-grade cyber attack run by a transnational syndicate.
And we're focusing on this group called the Bruteurs from the Ivory Coast through the just harrowing case of Alexandra Minkova.
And what's so shocking right from the start is the perpetrator, this man, Rodrigue. He was a choir director.
A choir director.
Yeah, he used this banality of goodness as his cover while he was running what our sources called a digital soul murder. This wasn't a quick hit. This was a siege.
A multi-year siege. And the target, she wasn't naive. She was just vulnerable, coming out of a long marriage.
Exactly. That was the security hole they were looking for. So the first step was pure physical compromise.
Have they managed that?
He'd create these technical glitches. The internet goes down. A phone suddenly needs repair. He'd force her to send her devices to him.
And that's the window. Physical access. So once he had the phone, what was the first payload?
This is where it gets really chilling. On her personal Samsung, they found a hidden work profile.
A work profile. That's corporate IT stuff for managing employee devices.
That's exactly it. Samsung Knox lets you do this, but they hijacked it with a rogue MDM server mobile device management.
So they basically tricked her phone into thinking it was a company phone managed by criminals.
Precisely. And that let them silently install surveillance tools. They found a duplicate, hidden version of the Facebook app manager, for instance, just siphoning off data, completely invisible to her.
And it wasn't just the phone, was it? Her Mac was compromised, too.
It was. Investigators found a malicious root certificate in her keychain. It was called CA.
Oh, that's bad. That's a man-in-the-middle attack.
It is. If you see something like that, it means they can decrypt and read everything, your passwords, your private messages, all of it, even with the little padlock icon in your browser.
And the final piece of this puzzle. There was a dead MacBook that wasn't actually dead. It was patient zero.
That's right. It was compromised, kept online, and it was acting as a bridge. It was constantly pushing these malicious authentication tokens, they're called RP identity entries, through iCloud keychain sync.
So her own iCloud was basically spreading the infection to her other devices.
And bypassing two-factor authentication in the process, her own trusted ecosystem was turned against her.
So once they had that deep infiltration, the money started moving.
And the precision was just frightening. There was this 17-minute window incident. A $4,000 deposit hits her account.
And it's gone.
Instantly. Withdrawn using ACH4 transfers. That speed tells you they were monitoring her account ledger in real time. They knew the second the money landed.
This wasn't just digital, though. There was a moment in Paris that was physically terrifying.
It was. Rodrigue's associate, a guy they called the mentor, tried to secretly take a high-res photo of her face while she was sleeping in a taxi.
For biometric data.
Almost certainly. For Face ID or some other kind of authentication, that's the level they were operating at. These are the Bruteurs, the Grazers.
They mix this high-tech sophistication with local mysticism.
Yeah, Zamu rituals. It's this blend of modern cybercrime and traditional beliefs used to, control their victims, who they call ghosts.
So how did this all finally come to light?
The machine started to speak back. She found physical bank receipts, proof of Rodrigue's hidden money, and then the real shocker. A perfect audio recording of a private WhatsApp call she thought was secure.
The ultimate confirmation.
And the forensics backed her up. This is what proved she wasn't crazy. In the iOS shutdown log, they found sticky processes, spyware that refused to terminate when the phone shut down.
A classic sign of persistent malware.
Exactly. So the trauma wasn't her failing to spot a lie. The trauma was from an enterprise-grade cyber attack.
So what's the real takeaway here for all of us?
It's that the biggest weapon in these modern attacks isn't always some fancy zero-day exploit. It's the manipulation of the features you use every day for convenience, the features you trust.
Like trusted device settings or that MDM feature that's probably on your own phone right now.
Right. And that really brings up a crucial question for you to think about. When does trusting all this convenience turn into a dangerous security vulnerability?